That's been asked because that was exactly what we promised you last week that we would be doing today. We're going to do these short, small, bite-sized onboardings for the next several weeks just for our Be Brave Society and our Bravenly friends to help you get the basics. And then I also want to remind you, every Tuesday at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, you can join the Aice office hours. And I'll make sure to get Brittany that link and information. She can post it in your Facebook group as well. That's an hour. We do Aice 101 and walk you through the very basics. And then in a breakout room, we do Aice Pro, which is advanced tips and techniques and training as well. And that's every single week. So you really aren't by yourself in figuring this out, even beyond this short time that we do this. So I'm going to be looking at this monitor here. I am not at home. I love that I can work this business anywhere. So that's my first tip for you guys. Aice is not just on your phone. You can also log in on your desktop. So I'm going to log in on my desktop. It's aice.cc and you click login. Let me share my screen. Here we go. And if you go to aice.cc, you will be able to log in on any desktop anywhere and have access to all your Aice assets. And it's the same on your phone, and you can activate the keyboard on your phone. And when you activate the keyboard on your phone, you can pull up, just like you're used to on boards, you can pull up everything that's saved in your Aice app on your phone as well. So 3 ways to access Aice: the app, your desktop, and your keyboard. All right, so we're going to talk about how to share and get tracking activity, because if you guys, I'm super excited to hear that you are using it to share for products and the opportunity. And we want to make sure that we tighten up how you're able to follow up and follow through with people. And that's why this is one of our most talked about features, is the tracking activity. So I've got here the Accelerate Trio page. As you guys can see, it's got the video that you can play that video right inside of the page without leaving the page at all. It's got some product benefits and features. It's got a testimonial from Julie there, and then a link to the customer group. And then this is attributed to your cart so they can add their Accelerate Trio right into their cart. So when I go here, I love the Why Bravenly video. If you guys aren't using that one, you're missing out. That's a really good one. Or the Bravenly opportunity. And from what it sounds like, many of you are using the Bravenly opportunity either in the video form or the page gem. Any single thing that you want to share. So it can't do this with a collection. It has to be a single gem. So if I wanted to share this video, but I wanted to get tracking information, I would go ahead and click it. And you see the options are here. Copy the link, and I can share that with anyone, anywhere. Add that link anywhere. Links can be sent, text messages, emails, DMs, on a site, on my stories. Then you can hit share with contact. This is what we're going to go over today, is share with contact. So I want you to find a gem. This is under opportunity in the Be Brave Society. I just click opportunity, and then I've got this one here. And then I'm going to hit share with contact. You'll notice when you hit share with contact, it will pull up everyone who's in your contacts. I'm going to go ahead and put in here Ann Sotelo because she's the person at the top. As soon as I clicked it, it went away. It's not broken. Nothing bad happened. It saved it to my clipboard. So if I was on my phone, it would be saved to my clipboard. And if on my desktop, it saved it to my clipboard. And now it's giving a very unique link. So I'm going to go ahead and post that link in the chat here on Zoom. And I want you guys to start clicking that. Start clicking that link I just sent. It's going to be the same page you're used to. The difference is that link has a tracker attached to it now, so that when I go to network and click activity, I can see that you just clicked the Bravenly opportunity. Look at all the people who clicked it. So if you were Ann, I would know that you clicked it. So the key really is to make one of those for each person that you want to send something to follow up. So just looking at this, I mean, there's a lot of you. You guys are good direction followers. I love that. Look how many of you follow directions. So you could do that with every single thing. If I said, man, I really want Britt to be part of my team. I want to make her a brand partner. I would love to make sure that she gets this. I would click this, hit share with contact, find her name in my network. You should start typing in her name. I don't have you in my Aice network, but I have a lot of Brittany's. Click a Brittany, and then it's going to save that link for me. I'm going to drop it again here in the chat just to show you one more time, and then we're going to make sure that your contacts are imported. And now when Brittany clicks on that, it will tell me my Aice network. It also sends me an email that says, Brittany just clicked your link. She just watched this. And the more things she clicks on this page, so let's look at this page here. When you're on the Accelerate Trio, there are some buttons and things that you can watch. And then on this Bravenly Opportunity, there are different buttons and links that you can click on. It's not going to just tell me that she opened the original link. It's also going to tell me when she clicks on different things on that page there. And so that's going to help me know what to follow up with on her. So when I go to network, I click on activity, then I'll be able to see it. Let me move my mouse up here, that it's been clicked on. If you don't have anybody in your network, then you want to make sure you open this on your phone. So open the Aice app on your phone, and then you're going to click network, and then it will give you, if you don't have anything here, it'll say right in the middle of the page, import contacts. You have to import the contacts to be able to have some tracking activity. And if you don't want to import all your contacts, another way is to go to network and then click the plus sign. If I click the plus sign, I can put in here Brittany Beck. And I can just put her name. If I just want to do it for tracking activity, I can just put her name. I can put in a phone number and email, but you don't have to. I'm not going to be texting her from within Aice or anything. So I just need her name so that I have tracking activity. So now I can go there. I can click on the video, hit share with contact. And then in the search button, I can put in her name. It's going to save me that link. And then I'm going to just paste it. You can just right click or hit Control V and paste it. Now I'm going to pause so I can answer questions. Let me look at the chat and see what's happening in the chat here for questions. So we've got, I can send the Meet Bravely, but when they click Get Started button, it just bounces around, doesn't show like they are shopping with me. So we want to make sure, Jolene, if you don't have the attribution on that page, I want you to email support. I'll drop it in the chat at aice.cc. It just means that your attribution isn't set up yet on your account, but it should. If you gave Aice your Bravenly ID number, it should be linked. Oh, you figured it out. Okay. Well, I just went through all that for nothing.
Well, and I will say this too.
Uh-huh.
Some people, Bree, can you click a back button at the little arrow?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You see the one that next to that says opportunity no link? Some
Yep.
people were sharing that one, and for some reason it was giving them errors. So don't do that one.
Okay.
Just go to the actual opportunity and it should work. And then the other thing that we saw is sometimes Facebook Messenger doesn't always play nice. And what I found is if you're using the keyboard, just like the keyboard shortcuts, like you use boards, what I've noticed is if I go to my keyboard, like my Aice keyboard within my keyboard of my phone, right? And I find the video that I want to send. If I hit send like immediately, sometimes it doesn't pull the full link for whatever reason, and it kind of goes glitchy. So I just wait just a second. So I click which one I want. It will populate a little video, like you'll see like a thumbnail of it, and then hit send.
And are you an
And
iPhone
it
or
works every
Android?
time. And so I think that some people are just getting like click happy. You're clicking it and sending it, and for whatever reason, Facebook isn't fast enough for you. So just give it like just 1 second
Just
to
take a breath.
notice that little thumbnail, and you'll know that you're good.
That's good to know. I'm gonna let our engineers know as well that something's going on with Facebook where it's just a little bit slower reaction time. So that link is going to be, if I made the share with Brittany Beck link and I accidentally share that with other people, it's going to just keep telling me Brittany, 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 Brittany. So you do want to make an individual link for each person you want to follow up with. And you don't have to make a link. You can just click it and hit copy link and it'll give you a generic link. Share with contact will give you tracking activity for that unique person. And so sometimes we get a question like, well, what if you wanted to make a campaign like in your project broadcast, or you wanted to email a mass out? If you want to do that, you're going to hit copy link. You only do share with contact if you want if you're going to send it individually. And I know it takes an extra second to hit share with contact and then send the text message, share with contact and send the email. And it would be so much easier to just send an email to 100 people. Here's what I know for sure. And I'm going to stop screen sharing so you can see my face so that you really know that I want you to understand this. There are two main ways I have found to communicate when we are in sales. One is I share something with 100 people all at once. I copy and paste the same exact script. It goes out to the world, and I'll probably get 5 to 10 people that will respond. Maybe your numbers are different. I'm throwing numbers out here. 5 to 10 people that respond, right? And it took time to set up the group, to send out the message. I can get the same exact results typically if I think about the person that I want to send a message to. I make it personalized. I hit the share with contact. I put it in there and I say, Britt, I was thinking about you. I know you are a busy mom. Your husband's a business owner as well. I think Bravenly Gold and the Accelerate Trio might be the perfect thing for you. It will give you energy. It will help with inflammation. It will help with blah, 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 all the things you guys know. But I'm talking about her life and what she's doing. Here's a link, has a video that I wanted to send to you. Let me know what you think. Now, I'm only going to be able to send that out to 5 or 10 people in the short window I have if I make it that personal. But chances are I'll get 5 or 10 people to actually respond because it was a personalized message to them versus a copy and paste and just dump it into a campaign. And they know it's generic and they know you've dumped them into a campaign. Neither way is better than the other. Neither way is right or wrong. They're just two different ways to do it. And you can do that with Aice. You can do one or the other. Just be mindful that if you do the dump it in a campaign with everybody, you're going to want to click copy link. If you want to do the personalized message, you're going to click share with contact. I like when I strike, I want my blows to have some meat to it. I want it to come back with results. So I prefer the personalized way. I find, and our data is showing that when you do the share with contact, we are finding a higher engagement uh, conversion because I believe it's because our follow up is stronger. Because if I send a message out, and you guys, we've all done it to 50 people saying, try this product or here's my business opportunity. We're like, okay, where do I start? At letter A to follow up with. I'm just going to go back to everybody and follow up and see if they watched it, see what they thought, versus I send it to one person at a time with a link. Then I can say, hey, Britt, she played Why Bravenly. She shared the link. They clicked on the opportunity. They clicked on the Accelerate Trio. They clicked on join my Facebook group. Now I actually feel like I know what to say when I follow up. I can say, hey, Brittany, I noticed you clicked on the product such as such, or the community part of the opportunity. Is that something you're looking for more of? Can I share with you my personal experience with our Bravenly community and why it means so much to me? I noticed you clicked on the timing of it. I would love to tell you why we're positioned right now in this sweet spot where we're new and the market's not saturated, but we're established enough that we have the infrastructure to support massive growth right now. And the timing is so perfect. Are you open to us talking about that? And it becomes something that is very individualized, and so your words matter. It's more authentic, it's more organic. And I had the pleasure of meeting so many of you at the conference, and I just love you guys. Everybody's a hugger, I feel like, at Bravenly, and I'm a big hugger, so it makes me so happy. You guys are like, hey, wait, you're the app girl. Hey, wait, you're the Aice girl. And we weren't there for Aice. We were there to follow Britt around and make videos for you guys to use as page gems. We were not there to promote or advertise Aice at all. But it was really cool that so many of you recognize and appreciate us being there. What I saw was this culture of people who really are about being yourself. I mean, the theme was come as you are, all about being authentic. So let's not take something so incredible that you guys have built these last 4 years in this culture of authenticity and being natural and stuff a link inside a canned script. Like, let's not take away what really you've built and can continue to grow. Britt, looks like you
Yeah,
want to say.
I love that. I think she's exactly right. Just like with our product recommendations, do I think most people start with Accelerate Trio, and no matter who I'm talking to, unless it's Bree who can't have any caffeine, most people could probably do Accelerate Trio. But there's just something special when you ask them questions and then you say, okay, I'm going to customize a routine based on you and what your needs are. It's Accelerate Trio. They're
Mm.
like, okay, she cares about me. She's not just trying to sell a product. She wants me to be better. And I think that so many of you guys have a gold mine of customer base. You already have like maybe a project broadcast with hundreds of names. You may have a friends list with thousands of names. You may have a contact list in your phone with thousands of names. Here's one thing that I know is that sometimes people are like, it's stressful going one by one. If you feel like you need to cast a net, here's a little hack. Okay, because I've got 3,000 names in my project broadcast. It's kind of hard to message one by one, but I will cast a net. And here's what I say when I cast a net. Hey, and then you can do the name, right? In project broadcast, it inserts your name. So it would be, hey, Bree, I just left an event and I was thinking about you. I'd love to share some information with you if you're open at all. And
Right.
that says to Bree that it's going there. And then if who all replies to that, then I'm customizing my messages one
Right.
by one.
Right.
You can still cast a net, but I'm telling you, you guys have to ask a question. Do not give the goods away. If you're casting a net, how many of you get those emails or those text messages by the bukus and it's just, here's what I'm trying to sell?
Big long
Yes,
paragraphs with all this
exactly.
information. And it's like, this
Mhm.
isn't even this. I don't even know why this applies to me.
No one even clicks it unless you're like looking for Old Navy discounts and you're like, let me find that email, right?
Right.
No one opens them. But if I'm telling you, if the girl at Nordstrom messaged me and said, hey, we got in some new stuff, it made me think of you. Can I send
Right.
you
And
some
she didn't have to say
pictures?
what it was. So
Right.
that
Are you
feels
open? I'd
generic.
love to
Yeah.
send you something. I'd be like, yeah, girl, what is it? The girl at Chanel messages me all the time. I'm like, girl, I ain't buying Chanel every week, but she messages me all the time and she asks a question. It may be a blanket message. She may be sending it to a lot of people, but I feel like it's personalized because she says, hey, Brittany.
Yeah.
So if you've got hundreds of contacts, you can still do that. But I'm telling you, say, like, I was thinking of you and I would love to share some information with you. Can I send that to you? Or are you open at all to looking at it? You know, whatever you want to say, but ask a question and then one on one, like Bree said, share with contact.
When you actually are ready for the link, give them the
Mhm.
video, the product. Because maybe she would say, yeah, actually, I was browsing on your site and there was the Burn Extreme I was looking at. So you're like, okay, let me go into my Ace on the products and grab that page instead. So then I'm still responding with something that's very specific for her after she's responded. So I want to show you guys, just you may already know that this is there, but just so that I see it one more time, when you go to products, there are these products. I know this is not your entire product line, but this is where we've started with. And thank you again, Amanda Taylor, for all your work in setting up these folders for us. But let's say we want to adapt, which we're excited about, right? It's brand new. Every single one of these product folders, the very first thing you see is number one is a page gem that I can share with contact and send out. Every single one has a video. It's got product facts, and then it's got a testimonial. If we can get a testimonial, this one has two. We're super excited that it's two. Join our customer group. And then I believe we can now finally add this to cart. Britt, will you message Kay? Because I think we could do an add to cart now that this is open and available, right? So we built this before we had the add to cart on there. So every single product that's here, you can click on Calm and say, okay, well, we gotta see what that is. I don't know what that is. Burn Extreme. Here we go. The page is here. I can hit share with contact. And so if I do that, hey, I was thinking about you, and then you remember, man, she'd actually probably be better with something other than Accelerate Trio, or maybe she's the one that I want to send the opportunity information to. So I know I only have 10 minutes before your next one. I want to pause again and answer questions. We've got the same thing happened to me in September. Devastated, marked as spam. Can't believe it. Oh, Facebook, you guys, I can't say it more times than I already do. Do not have your entire business on Facebook. Get them off of Facebook. Get them into something else. Get their contact information. So if something were to happen to your personal Facebook account or to Facebook in general, if the whole thing shut down, you want another way. You don't own Meta. You don't own your Facebook groups. We only borrow those. We rent those. And so get them to give you their email address. Get something. So an Ace page gem, like a digital business card. We have these beautiful templates. Next week, we'll go over how to customize the business card templates and use those to pull people's information off of Facebook so that you can move them into your own database. Is there a way to see what you've sent? I sent a trio video through text and I don't see it in my text. You should see it in your text. You have to make sure that you open your text message, send the video, and then you'll go be able to go back. So that is Elizabeth. Um, Activity you're going to see in your ACE network. If you sent a text message, you should see it in text message. If you don't see it in your text message, my assumption is you did not send the text. Question, how to add a cart since Adapt will get on there, Sarah. Like I said, we built that before it was available on your websites. And anytime you guys see anything that's missing something like that, don't wait for Thursday night to ask your question. And you don't need to message Britt. She's not an ACE expert. Message support@ace.cc. Every 24 hours, the inbox is cleared. Even if there are days where there's 500 messages, that inbox is cleared every 24 hours, unless it's a weekend. Britt?
Someone, Kristen said, can you show us how to create a gym site real quick?
I can. I don't know if it's real quick, but I can do it. I can do it real quick. I don't know if
You
you'll
showed
retain
me
the
real
information.
quick. It was super
Oh,
easy once
okay.
I saw you doing it.
So you're going to hit more. And on your desktop, all of these tabs are on the left-hand side. On your phone, all of them will be on the bottom. So you'll click more, hit gym site, and then pick your name. So it'll look like this. Pick your name. It has to be all lowercase. Don't put a space in there. It won't work. No punctuation, no capitals. All lowercase, no punctuations, no spaces. So mine is Bree.gemsite. You can put Ellen, Jolyn, Marietta.gemsite. I would suggest keeping it super, super simple, something that's easy for people to spell and easy to read. Don't make it like the Bravenly Beauty of all times.gemsite. Make it short. Your name is easy. I would stick with something like that. And then you're going to hit, when mine is already here, you'll hit update site. If it's gray and won't let you hit it, it's because you've put a space in there or a capital. Make sure it's all lowercase, no punctuation, hit update site, and it's saved. And then we'll show you how to use it after you save it. All right. How am I doing in time? Doing good? All right.
Great.
Any more questions? I have time probably for one more question that I can show or demo or answer.
Yes, Elizabeth, when you hit share to contact, it copies it to your clipboard and then you can send it any way you want. Email, text, Facebook message, however you want it. That link is customized to them. It's already saved in your clipboard. So you'll just go into however you're sending it to them and hit paste.
So that's it, Elizabeth. You probably thought because it saved
Yeah.
your clipboard that it was sending the text message automatically. It's not. It doesn't know where you want it to go. You can use it anywhere. All right, Marquita, you're welcome. You're welcome. We're going to do these quick, short ones. We want to show you one thing at a time so you can use it all week and then learn a new thing the next week. So again, next Tuesday, you're welcome to join us at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern for open office hours. And then next Thursday, I'll be here and we will show you one more quick tip. This week, the best thing to do, don't even worry about needing to try to change and make beautiful things in ACE. Just start sharing what's already been built for you and hit share activity, share activity, share activity. So you can start tracking everybody's stuff. And this is a great way when you're doing a coaching call with your leader or your Bravenly EVP, whoever is your leader, and you're doing your weekly coaching or monthly coaching to say, here's my activity. What do I do with this? Should I follow up with them? They will have great information on how they want you to follow up and what scripts or outlines work great to follow up with everyone. And I'll see you next week. Thank you, Britt, again for hosting us. We're so happy to be partnered with you and to work with you. It was so good to meet you in person.
Yes, thank you guys. Okay, I'm going to start a new Zoom. We have a team Zoom in 5 minutes, so I will see you guys there.
Okay.
Bye.